All right, we're going to watch Aidan's freestyle underwater. Okay, Aidan, real quick, let me just say this. From what I can see right here, I really like your hands underwater. I don't see a whole lot of crossing over, which is one of the things you and I have been talking a lot about lately, trying to make sure that we don't re-injure that shoulder. Okay, you did see a little bit of a crossover right there, so let's pause that. Let's move back just a slight bit. All right. And a lot of times it is your right arm. You can see, and it's hard to see obviously because we're on the side here, right? But you can see how bent that hand is underneath your body. So really, your hand is almost in line with your opposite shoulder. You want to make sure you're keeping your hand right down the middle of your body. You don't want it to go too far over to the side like that, all right? So let's work on making sure at all times we're not crossing over. We want to keep that strength, especially after the meet we saw this weekend. We want to keep that strength. And right here you can see a good elbow bend, nice high elbow. You can see on your next stroke here, you're entering fingertips down. We like that a lot. Don't flatten that hand out quite so much though as you go through. You can see at the very, very beginning of your stroke, you're kind of straight arm. So the first third of your stroke is a little bit straight. Make sure you bend that elbow a little bit earlier. Like right here when you catch, you want that elbow to start bending and get that catch phase as quickly as you can. You want to keep your arm a little straight there. But this part right here is where the main part of your pull comes from. So make sure you get that catch phase a little bit better and a little bit earlier. Your eyes are looking forward a little bit. Make sure they're looking down a little bit. Your head position above the water is excellent right here, okay? So we really like that. But I want to point that out because I want you to pay attention to what your head does when you come off that wall in your streamline. Okay, you kind of see you're looking for that wall. As you go into your turn here, very good, very good. And that's good. Look at your palms. See how your palms are pointing up? Make sure at this point those palms point down, so you can kind of get your legs over even a little bit stronger and a little bit faster. If you just change that hand position just that little bit there, you're going to find a lot stronger turn, okay? As we finish our turn, you do a good job of getting your hands in that streamline. Your feet are a little low in that wall, which is why your knees are a little bit high. Let's try and get those feet a little bit higher in that wall so that when we push, we're pushing more down and not so much straight out. Okay, as we push off that wall, kind of see you're a little bit straight. Again, though, great streamline. Don't start the dolphin kick till you're on your stomach. Your breakout was a little bit late. You kind of see that your breakout was a little bit late. You kind of see that this hand is already above the water. Your hand is not quite yet at your hip. Your head's just breaking the surface. Well, start the breakout a little bit earlier. I think if you actually go underwater deeper, you're going to be better. The other thing you can see that you're starting to break out and you're really not quite at that flags, which is where that black buoy begins. So let's make sure we get a little bit longer off that wall. Now as you start your first stroke, look what happens to your head. Your head's about 6 inches completely underwater. So while your eyes are looking down, and that's the right eye position, your head should still be a little bit higher in that water. Because your head is so low, you can actually even see your, oh, that was a bad one. You can actually even see that your back is completely underwater and submerged as well. So let's work on that head position, getting a little bit higher up, okay? Even the first couple strokes, there we go, we're still head up. Now we take that breath, and that head is almost in the right position, okay? So it's those first couple strokes off the wall that you really got to be a little bit more focused on what you're doing as far as where your head position is. Kick out there looks pretty good. You do 3 kicks, and then right here you can see where you do a little bit of a crossover kick, where it's like a half kick right there. All right, so kick, 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 and then it's a crossover right there. And then kick, 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 and a crossover is going to be right here. Okay? So you do about 4 kicks and a cross, then 4 kicks and a cross. Make sure you keep working on not crossing over. The other thing, this is a good example. Look at where your hand is. Okay, so that's a crossover on your hand too. Make sure you focus on keeping it down the center of your body. We do not want to lose you again. We do not want you to hurt your shoulder, so you've got to keep that stroke a little bit better off there. Okay? It's a little thing, but I'm going to keep talking to you about it until we get it fixed, because I really want to keep you. You swam so well this past week, and I want to make sure we keep you getting nice and strong all the way through. Make sure when we take that breath, we don't pause those legs from kicking. Keep those legs kicking all the way through, all the time. Aidan, great job, bro. Great, great, great.